A provincial rivalry that transcends all sporting codes is about to go down in round 5 of the 2023 South NBL season. The property brokers Manawatu Jets host their rivals, the Taylor Hawks, here at Palmy Central Energy Trust Arena. Talafalava, malolele, kia orana, tēnā koutou katoa, hello and welcome to those joining us in Aotearoa and around the globe. I'm Taylor Johnson, and joining me in the commentary booth today is Kason Buckman. Tēnā koe, Kason, what can we expect from today's battle?
I think it's going to be a really close battle between both teams, as they're both hovering around the bottom half of the table. And the Jets are going to look to continue their home streak. They've only played one game at home, but they're looking to secure that 100% win rate at home, whereas the Hawks have just come off a three-time consecutive loss at home. So they're looking to get a win on the road.
As you're right, the Hawks had a horror run at home, 0-3, but they're 2 from 2 on the road, and we're hoping for some luck here tonight. And the Jets, well, they've been a mixed bag this season and always unpredictable as we take a look at where they stand in the ladder. And the Manawatu Jets sit just outside the top 6, the Hawks Bay just above them, but the Otago Nuggets still undefeated, and the Nelson Giants, Kason, got their first win. How good?
It was a really great game. They got hot from the three-point line and also from the two-point line, and I think they're looking to build on that momentum going forward.
It's also surprising to see the Wellington Saints at the bottom of the table. I know plenty of people who are basketball enthusiasts always love to hate the winners, and the Wellington Saints well outside the winner's circle at the moment. But look, this competition has been great. There's been so many close games.
There really has been, and a lot have come from behind wins from a double-digit deficit. So you can't count anybody out, no matter what point of the game they're in.
Don't forget, we are in a Sunday session here. So there's a double header. You've got our game, the Jets and the Hawks, and then you've got the Southland Sharks taking on the Wellington Saints. And then the next round commences on Thursday. The Taranaki Airs will play the Hawke's Bay Hawks, another big rivalry between those two provinces. And the Southland Sharks will play the Nelson Giants in a battle with the bottom of the South Island going up against the top of the South. Let's take a look now at the Hawke's Bay Hawks starting 5, and it's a really settled team and a very experienced one in the South NBL with Kenny, Ngātai, Russ Batch, Hunt and Harris. But there is a big name on the bench, Ira Lee. What do you think we can expect from him today?
I think he's going to bring a little bit of spice the Hawks need. Bring a little bit of fire. He's a player at the University of Arizona, so he's got that Division I experience that you want from your imports. Now let's just see if he can gel and have some chemistry with this very, what would you say, homegrown talent of New Zealand.
The head coach for the Hawks is Everett Bartlett, and we caught up with him ahead of this match.
Well, tough one last week, Coach. Had a week to forget and look forward to this one. So what are you looking forward to tonight?
Yeah, it was, dropped that one at home. Looking to get back on the road, get this one here. We know that Natu has recruited great imports, and they're sitting in the table, middle of the table, and it's definitely going to be a tough one for us to get here.
Yeah, you talk about their imports. You've got your own import coming in tonight, Ira Lee. What can you tell us about him, and what can we expect from him tonight?
Yeah, he arrived this week. He's fit into the team really, really well. He's got a great attitude about him, and we're definitely going to look at putting him out there on the court tonight. I don't want to give too much away, but he's energetic, and I feel that he's going to really help our team out.
All the best for tonight, Coach. Go well.
Thanks a lot.
Plenty of chat about their import, but you can't deny the 3 imports for the Manawatu Jets. And they are in the starting 5. We'll take a look at them coming up here. Danny Pippin, the second, Mustafa Heron, and Javion Blake have been absolutely outstanding, but also keep an eye on Josh Ledger and Liam Judd. The youngsters have had a really good start to the season as well.
Yeah, they're a threat from outside, especially when they're in the corner. They're a very lethal combo, but again, you've got to look out for the triple threat of these imports. They know basketball, they know how to play, and they know how to get points on the board.
Earlier in the week, Ngāti Taufale said he was excited to be back at home and touched on the traditional rivalry that these two provinces have. Let's hear what he has to say ahead of the game.
Coach, pretty tough week for the basketball community down here, the passing of Coach Frost. Just give us a little bit of an insight as to what he meant to this community.
Yeah, I've been familiar with Joe for many years. So he was back when I was a youngster. He was coaching back in Wellington, and he's obviously moved here, and he's got a He's created a massive legacy in terms of what he's done for coaching, for athletes, and as an administrator. So, you know, it's hit the basketball community here pretty hard, but we've already rallied around the family, especially Tia Tamata Frost, who's our assistant coach. So we've done the best we can do to help them feel comfort this week. But however, you know, we've got a game to play, and we'll be playing, you know, for ourselves and obviously for old Joe, who's been a head coach on this team in the past.
Yeah, you talk about today's game. Hawks obviously massive contingent of former and present Tall Blacks, and now they bring in Ira Lee, who's
as Pippin and Hunt compete for the ball, but it will be the Hawke's Bay Hawks with first possession. Russ Batch to Hunt. Ngātai. Harris. Just tipped off by the Jets, luckily. A bit of miscommunication there.
The Jets defense has been pretty strong this season. They're holding their opponents to a pretty low percentage outside the arc. Let's see if they can keep that going this game.
Hunt. The Hawks will be looking to start strong and keep that momentum as he finds Hunt there just outside the key. Pops it out, but that was a great tip coming in from the Jets, and there's that defense you were talking about. What can the Jets do as they go to work for the first time in this game?
The Hawks showing some really great aggressive defense as well. Not going to make it easy for this Jets team, who are shooting a very high percentage from the three-point line.
What can the Jets do here? First possession, it's an open look early for Ledger. Bounces off the rim though. Still no score in the opening minute of the game.
The Jets will be excited to have Ledger back. He's had a shoulder injury, but now he's healthy. They're going to really enjoy having his size back on the court.
Bounces in and out as well for Ngātai. And then that's our first foul of the game.
Great job by the Hawks to stay with that one and get that second chance opportunity. Jets are going to have to keep these big boys off the rebounds.
Jordan Hunt gets the first points on the board in this match for the Taylor Hawks. Off to the TAB free throw line for his second shot. Just rolls in and out of the rim. So Danny Pippen the second. Gives the ball off to Mustafa Heron. He's just going to drive to the line, do it himself, and tipped away and rebounded by none other than Hiram Harris, the second best rebounder in the league. And firing away was Rusbatch again, just still not finding any luck at the rim from outside the arc, both teams.
Yeah, it's early days, but I expect to see a lot of three-pointers shot, especially from this Jets team.
Pippen the second kicks it out. Again, unable to find the bucket. Hunt does well to reel that ball in. High pass. Kenny. Always good for an assist that time. Just a bit of miscommunication once more.
Yeah, both teams are just rushing a little bit on offense. They just need to slow it down, get into rhythm, find some shots for the shooters. Take their time.
Mustafa Heron bringing it up. He's got good accuracy from outside the arc, sitting at 47% this year. Applying a bit of pressure and just a loose pass as well. Couldn't reel it in, Danny Pippen.
Yeah, a couple of loose passes around the arc at the moment. Maybe it's just the Hawks putting a lot of pressure on the outside as well. Probably knew going into this game that's what they needed to do, is shut down the three-point shot from the Jets, because that's kind of live and die by that at the moment.
We can see Hiram Harris there appealing that it's come off Danny Pippen the second. The referee's going to have a committee meeting and decide what's going on, who comes up with the ball. And it will be the Hawks to inbound. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Rusbatch to Kenny. He's an experienced player in this team. Doesn't need any introduction into a game. It's Kenny. Harris, 2 seconds left on the shot clock.
Oh, that was a beautiful move.
Diving under pressure, right?
Great hesitation at the three-point line, and he drove it in. Got the defense off their feet. Beautiful finish.
So points hard to come by at the moment in this game as Blake bounce passes out to Danny Pippen the second. Still can't find any luck there. So Rusbatch bring it up the court.
You still don't want him to get hot on the three, because once he catches that ball, it's going up. It's leaving his hands. He's got a quick release, and he's super confident in his shot.
Hiram Harris with the pop pass. Oh, Pippen read that brilliantly. Here comes Blake. Oh, Eurostep couldn't get there. Good defense coming in from Hunt. Ledger to Judd. Two youngsters working in tandem. Judd's going to drive with the fadeaway. Accuracy not there though, so 3 minutes into this game, we've got 3 points as Harris draws the foul.
Yeah, both teams just need to get in rhythm on offense. Struggling with the passes. Both teams are pressuring a lot on defense, but just taking a little pride in those passes and getting that ball moving around, trying to create some opportunities for their players.
First trip to the TAB free throw line for Hiram Harris this afternoon. He's had some season as Hiram Harris. Just signed for the Perth Wildcats for the next 2 years.
Like you said, he's had 4 double-doubles so far this season. It's pretty impressive work.
More than any other player, and I know Andrew Mulligan absolutely loves him, and it's going to be causing some headaches for the Tall Black selectors with the FIBA World Cup coming up.
I imagine he'd be really annoying to guard on defense, because he's always crashing the board and he's looking to get those rebounds. He goes the extra mile to do the little things that make the difference in the game.
Home team, the Property Brokers Jets, unable to register any points on the board just yet. And then he says, you know what? I got us.
I think they called a travel on that one, actually. It was a great backdoor cut. Just unfortunate. I think he might have fumbled the pass a little bit, took an extra step.
Points eluding the Jets at the moment. There's Raukawa onto the court. He's going to drive, looks for the bounce pass, throwing it down. Oh, the Hawke's Bay Hawks. Ira Lee straight into it.
Making a statement straight away. But then got the reaching foul. Great screen, roll to the basket. Just a textbook play, but a little bit of miscommunication by the defense.
Well, welcome to the Sal's NBL for Ira Lee. His debut in the league, the young age of 33. The Jets just look a little bit disconnected at the moment on their attack. As Danny Pippin says, I'm going to go to work inside the paint.
I love that defense by Ira. He had a hand in there on Pippin because he knows how much of a threat he is. Gave him a really difficult run to the basket.
Raukawa drives in. Jump shot from Ira Lee, unsuccessful. And bring it up the court with paces. Danny Pippin the second, and he draws the foul.
I think that one might have been Javion Blake. Yeah, Javion Blake taking it in. And that's what he's really known for. He gets into the paint and he draws the foul. He'll take it up. He's got a pretty high percentage, actually, from the two-point line. I think he's shooting about 70%. He's someone that you've got to shut down. Especially you don't want him to get running full steam ahead from defense to offense. You've got to shut him down before he gets down there because he's going to take that ball up.
4.5 minutes in. Still looking for some points. And there we have it.
That's tough though when you rely on your imports and let's say they all have an off day. It's up to the others to step up and knock some shots down.
That was some brilliant acting there by Javion Blake. On Denenbrook, he drew that foul, but look at this.
Probably learned that from the States. Great way to sell the foul.
Denenbrook just checks in to the court and all of a sudden gets himself a foul. As Blake tries to inbound, good pressure coming in from Lee, but yeah, he knows, puts his hand up.
I like the pressure that he's putting on Pippin though. It's exactly what you need to do against a guy like him because he's looking to shake and bake and drive and get you off of him and either shoot the three or take it all the way in, but Ira Lee's not really giving him a chance, not making it easy on him.
So Pippin the second now with the ball, drives, pulls up the floater and bounces off the glass.
Great drive. Great drive by Pippin there. He recognized a little bit of a mismatch and took it all the way.
Brooke, Lee looking for it. He's going to go himself, spins, puts it up, rolls away.
None other than Hiram Harris to follow the shot. He's looking for those second chance opportunities. He does a great job crashing the board.
Well, he's not the tallest player on the court as well.
But he is strong.
Exactly. He's always there in the right spot. He's always backing up, always looking for those second chances, as you say. Blake, the top of the arc, looking for some options. Heron, Pippin the second. Judd comes across.
Unlucky. Like we said earlier, they just need to get a little bit more ball movement on offense. Everyone's looking to take it on their own, break down the defense. You just got to get some more ball movement.
Pape Momoisea and Rafaele onto the court.
I don't think there was any acting on that one. That was a pretty tough screen. He definitely moved a little bit to make Heron flop around like that. Well, maybe a little bit of acting, but it was a pretty good screen, but definitely was a foul.
So Heron, he's going to drive, And that's that quick ball that they need. They just need to get the ball down there and attack the rim.
Yeah, especially Heron. He takes it extremely strong to his left hand, except he's left-handed. It's something you've got to shut down.
How was that from Pippen the second? Well, they get the rebound and the points anyway.
What an athletic play. Just to jump up after the block and finish it.
And one as well. Down the other end. But you got to love that from Pippen the second. He's just reminding him, hey, I'm here. You got to double think those shots.
He is so long. It's really incredible. He reminds me of KD a little bit in his game. The little breakdown dribble and the fadeaway shot. He's really a great player all around. But so is Javion Blake. The way he drives in and he has that ability to finish.
Blake with the opportunity for a three-point play and nails it. 9-8, a low-scoring quarter here in Palmerston North. As Raukawa gets the whistle. Experienced player, 13th year in the season. We were just saying that.
And that was an extremely veteran play right there. He felt the bump. He was off balance, but he threw it up anyway because he knew he was going to get the foul called. Oh, it wasn't shooting. It was on the ground. Never mind.
I think he was trying to argue that he was.
I would too. Give me the 3 free points.
Ngatai finds Arali. Good defense coming in from Momoisea, and then it allowed Lafaele to go for that intercept too. Great work again from those youngsters going up. Oh, can't quite connect. And again, second chance coming in from Mustafa Heron.
Off the tip from none other than Danny Pippen. Between him and Hiram Harris, they're both underneath the basket on both ends of the court. You've got to know where they are and try to box them out.
Another miss outside the arc for the Jets. Tafe Momoisea, he's just checked into the game. And he's come up with a couple of good defensive plays here. Just losing the handles was Dorone Raukawa. But never mind, Arlie says, don't worry, I got you. Bounce pass up, Hunt, easy as he does it.
Again, it's taking care of the ball. I appreciate the look down the floor, but it's got to be a better pass than that.
Momoisea behind the back pass. Again, just bouncing in and out. They cannot get those ones to fall at the moment, the Jets. Usually they're one of the best shooting teams in the comp.
Yeah, they definitely are. They're fire from the three-point line, but today they're struggling a little bit.
Hunt decides to drive in, kicks it out to Ngatai, and he knocks down the three.
Great shot from the veteran. He's a threat from anywhere on the court. Jordan Ngatai. I love his game.
Over 60 games with the Tall Blacks, so experienced. And we always talk about the confidence of the Jets to put the ball up, but it's not falling at the moment, so they probably just need to work in closer to the rim and look for the likes of Momoisea and Judd, who are free. And look at the excitement there, because he knows, I just got us a three-point play.
I really quite like Ira's game. He's balanced, he's under control, he knows where the defenders are. Caught that ball, gathered it, knew where he was at, drew the defenders up off the ground and drew the foul as well.
He's bringing a lot of energy to the game too. Ever since he's come onto the court, he's really just igniting the floor. Being a bit vocal as well. You need that in your team just to lift you up.
Absolutely.
Makes it count as well. So the Hawks have the biggest lead of the game so far, 7. Sent onto the floor too. Rotation coming in from the Jets. Heron still looking for some options. Blake still making himself available inside the key. Heron looking, decides against it, goes up for the 2, and again draws the foul against Kenny.
I think what the Jets need to start looking for, I don't know if you could see it on that last play, but Stent went up to set a high on-ball screen for Javion Blake, and the Hawks doubled him so hard that the roll was wide open. Javion just couldn't find him on the roll. That's something that the Jets might need to look to do if they're going to try to get some more points on the board.
You're so right. A couple of times the pick and roll is on, but they just end up going for the 3 themselves and missing. But No missing there.
Nope. The Hawks know they have a tough assignment with these 3 imports, so the defensive pressure is going to be on them, and it'll be up to the non-imports, the local talent, to put some points on the board.
Oh, Hunt just making it look easy there. Almost there. To Blake. Kicks the ball out to Momose. He has an open look. Doesn't touch the rim there. Accuracy off at the moment for the Jets. As Hiram Harris decides to take it in. Defense coming in from Lafayette. Quite a few loose passes we've seen from both teams. Hunt will go again, bounce pass to Harris. Harris with the reverse.
They're doing a great job finding the cutters and finding the open spots against this Jets defense. And that's Javion Blake. When he gets going, full steam ahead, it's hard to stop him.
He plays with a lot of pace as well.
He absolutely does. He's looking to go all the way.
Trying to catch the defense off guard. Kenny with the no look out to Harris. Natai, bounce pass, beautiful pass. That's good connection there.
They're just playing great textbook basketball. It's simple, it's effective, especially the Jets defense right now is struggling, I think, communicating as well. Rotating on the right players.
Decides to have a go himself, and again, hasn't knocked down any 3 so far for the Jets. Takes a look at the time. It's about 7 seconds different from the shot clock and the game clock. Just losing his footing there as Blake kicks it out. Stent for the 3. Bounces off the rim as the shot clock expires. Couple seconds left.
That was close. That was really close.
After an incredibly slow start for both teams, it's the Hawks who have raced out to a 9-point lead here in the first quarter in Palmerston North. So 23 points to 14. The Hawke's Bay Hawks lead the Manawatu Jets.
Sal's Pizza Slice. Did you know what kind of Sal's Pizza here in Palmy now? Yeah? Grab the ball from Vinny. You're going to take a shot. Don't worry about your rebound. I'm going to get these boys to grab your rebounds, all right? All right. You just leave the rebound and come and grab another ball from Vinny. Radio. And away you go. Go closer if you want.
Over the Property Brokers Jets.
All right, Palmy, second quarter.
Kason Buckman, what would you be saying if you are the head coach of the Jets?
Our 3-point ball is ice cold right now. We need to find a way to get into the paint, get some more shots underneath, drive to the hoop, just as Javion Blake was doing when he was going coast to coast, and not rely so much on the 3.
Opportunity now for the Jets. Oh, brilliant block coming in from Natai. And is he going to finish? You betcha.
You've got to slam dunk that one if you get that steal. Great job by Jordan Natai reading that defense.
And that is a confidence killer if I've ever seen one as well. definitely think twice about taking those shots, but someone who never thinks twice is Kevion Blake.
That's exactly what you want from him. Great job finding that three.
Rusbatch fires off quickly. Can he get it to go in? Ngatai calling for Hunt. They tag team him. Hiram Harris is left well and truly open. Yeah, although we don't see one of those from Harris.
Not very
Don't
often.
think I've seen one this year.
No, not very often at all. I don't think he was expecting that one. But great job by the Hawks to stick around and get that second chance opportunity. Jets usually do a pretty decent job of keeping their opponents off the glass. But today just seemed a little bit out of rhythm, out of communication with each other.
Well, the field goal percentage has been the real difference at the moment. The Hawks sitting on 62% and the Jets 25%.
That's tough.
Look, Jets have had more looks, 21 opportunities, and only executed 6. Hawks 18, executed 10.
Again, it's getting into the offense and not settling for that super early three that they were in the beginning, in the first quarter. You saw Javion Blake. I mean, he is one that has a green light, so they won't have a problem with him pulling up and shooting it, nor will they have a problem with Pippen as well. But when it's not falling, they've got to find a way to either get their teammates open or drive to the hoop, try to draw a foul, get to the TAB. But yeah, don't count them out because they have one of the highest three-point shooting percentages of any team this season.
Well, the Jets have 3 players in the top 7 when it comes to points per game. And let you guess what 3 that is.
The Bermuda Triangle of imports is what they've got.
5 seconds left on the shot clock. Rusbatch goes forward with the floater, and it's a beauty.
What a beautiful finger roll finish by the veteran. Love to see it.
Taha Cooper into the court. Momoisea from the TAB line. Just falls short of the rim. Stent got the rebound. Pippen the second. On a drive.
Offensive foul. And I love the defense that the Hawks are putting on the Bermuda Triangle of imports. They're not really giving them any open looks. They're having to work extremely hard to get any shots up. Great scouting report.
Harris looking for options to Kenny. Kenny just brings it in, kicks it out, does well to stay in. Ngatai looks for his feet up. Trying to get closer to the rim, pushes back off. Oh, that's brilliant. We're getting right in underneath him.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You just had a beautiful play on offense and then get a ticky-tack foul on defense. It's pretty unnecessary, but I love that move. Look at that pivot. Got Javion Blake off the ground. And then that silly foul. And he called it too. He's like, oh, damn it. Shouldn't have done that. But a beautiful move on offense.
So Stant will inbound the ball. Ngatai is having a great game at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Such a talented campaigner. Experienced one at that as well. The bounce pass. Oh, loses the handles too, off the knee.
He's struggling underneath there at the moment. I think he's just trying to do a little bit too much. Trying to kick that ball to your teammates. Let them create something for you so you can get a little bit more open on offense.
12 points of difference. You just feel like the Jets can't get into the game. Stuffer Heron is not happy with that call.
Trying to plead his case, but his arms were definitely coming down on the ball, and that's going to be a foul every time. Great call by the officials. You said it, Jordan Ngatai is having himself a game. He's on 9 points at the moment.
10th season in the NBL. Obviously a Saint. Has come down, up should I say, to the Hawke's Bay Hawks. And we always talk about the recruitment of the imports around the league, but the recruitment of local talent has by far been the best for the Hawks.
They've put together quite the experienced squad in the starting 5. And you can just tell they've got great chemistry on the court. Doing a great job on defense at the moment, shutting down those imports.
Good contest up in the air for Hiram Harris, but they get the second chance through Teddy Pippin, and it's a beautiful jump shot.
And that's what he does. He sticks around. He does not give up on any play. He's got that length. He knows he can jump above the rest, use his length to get the offensive rebound.
Oh, beautiful pass from Hunt into Ngatai as well. He was open and no hesitation, just fired it in there.
Again, they're finding the gaps, the Hawks on offense. Cutters are cutting at the right time. They're recognizing the play early. And that's another one on Ngatai. Another cheap one. It's not ideal.
Just rolling in the changes at the moment. Oh, the Jets. Biggest lead of the game now, 14 points. Just need to be careful not to let them run away with it.
Exactly. It's pivotal that they get some points on the board now, so they're not having to claw their way back in the second half.
The Hawks will not be getting comfortable with this lead because remember last week?
Oh, no.
They were up by 19.
Lest we forget, that was a nightmarish comeback. One that will probably haunt them for a while.
So they will not be taking the foot off the throttle anytime soon. Will the Hawks, as Ledger looks for his options. Mustafa Heron with the big step around.
It's a beautiful job. He's so confident on that left-hand side. Once he gets going, he's not stopping. He's going all the way. I love that about him. So confident in his game.
Jerome Rokawa, that was a already up in the air.
He does really well drawing the foul. Saw him last time. He had a hell of a game against the Sharks coming off the bench. Just a very experienced player again. The extremely talented Hawks team, extremely experienced Hawks team. Any of them can go.
All right, Palmy, let's make it a little louder. Freedom fans. Let's go, Jack.
That one, an unsuccessful trip for Rokawa to free throw line, and here's an open look for the Jets. Only managed to get 1 3-pointer this game so far. Heron with the handles, fires one away. Competing for the rebound though, brilliant work from the Jets. And no success at the rim.
Hey, but they have to keep doing that, trying to get those second chance opportunities. Doing a great job. Just not getting the shot to fall at the moment.
It was a great move from Ira Lee there. But again, not finding some success. Blake doing what he does the best.
He is so lethal in the full court. I just don't know how you stop him. Step in front of him and hopefully draw the foul, but he's so crafty and so shifty. Does an excellent job getting to the rim. Coast to coast. I think that's the 3rd one this game. You just gotta pick him up a little bit earlier and not let him get all the way to the basket before you step in front of him.
Now that Ira Lee's back out there, I owe him a public apology because I added 10 years to his age.
That's not your fault, it was a typo in the bios.
So he looks great for 35, but really it's because he's 25.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything, but I could have sworn I saw that he was the class of 2017 before he went to Arizona.
Blake just chipping away at that lead at the moment. They need to stay in touch here, the Jets. We don't want it to be a blowout. Another successful trip for him. The TAB strike.
Jets are putting on the full court pressure, try to generate some turnovers, maybe get some cheap, easy baskets. I really like that pressure, especially when they've got such an athletic team. It's a perfect opportunity to create the easy 2-pointers.
How about those handles from Rokawa? Just playing with Cam Scott at the moment, but good pressure defense coming in from Blake.
Great job by the Jets there. They need to keep this pressure up. Try to force some turnovers.
Good to see young Cam Scott out there as well, 18 years old, local boy, went to Fielding High School. He's a development player for the Southland Sharks last year, got 2 games.
The razzle-dazzle. Beautiful spin move there by Rokawa.
Bringing it up the court is Kenny, and there's an age gap if I've ever seen one between 2 players.
That's a beautiful thing about the NZNBL, though. You've got all these extremely young players playing with players who've been around almost as long as they've been alive. It's pretty exciting.
So the ball has been turned over. Let's see. So we're watching the GJ Gardner replay of such a good play. Here comes Heron. Yeah, just so strong.
When he crosses back over to his left-hand side, it's almost a guaranteed bucket. He's so strong going to his left. Quite an advantage.
Lee up against Ledger, one-on-one. Good defensive pressure coming in. Heron. Big minutes for Javion Blake.
He's definitely used to it.
Danny Pippen the second just driving over. Oh, Tyron Harris, he hits the deck.
And Pippen might have given him a little shove there. Just a little bit amped up. He's finally getting on the board now. Pippen's got 6 points now. Struggling a little bit on his shot, but that's the energy he needed.
So take a look here, just staying really strong, wasn't he?
Loves that contact.
Well, the home team have cut the lead in half. It was 14 points, now it's 7. So timeout has been called.
Let's make some noise.
If you're the Hawks, you want to keep that pressure on Pippen and Blake and Heron. Try not to let them get hot.
Well, you can't watch the NZNBL without talking about Sal's Pizza, because you can get a large non-pizza for $25. All you need to do is use the code LAYUP, and that is valid until Wednesday. So write it down. You can use it today, tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
What's a nonna pizza? Never heard of it. Might have to try that tonight.
I got no idea.
Non. That was cheesy. Love it.
Not as cheesy as those pizzas.
Ah, but
Or Benny and his Jets. Good to see a crowd here as well at Palmy Arena. Great way to spend your Sunday afternoon. Plenty of green as well. Hitting the gritty as well to win something. I love that too. It's all happening in Palmerston North.
all happening.
Kenny brings the ball down court.
Love the pressure by the young guy. Not backing down from that competition.
He's on to the court, and that's a block as well coming in from none other than Blake. What he can do on attack, equally he can do in defense, and he's crossing him up right here. If this lands,
He is unbelievably shifty on offense. You just gotta hold your ground. You've gotta stay low and expect that he's got that in his bag. He knows how to cross, he knows how to shift. Draws the foul. Great play by Javion Blake. And if you're the Jets, when he makes this shot, you want to keep that full court pressure. And again, limit their chances on offense to one shot only, which is how they've managed to find their way back in this game.
both teams haven't really been successful from outside of the arc, only knocking down 1 3-pointer each.
That's probably why it's such a low-scoring game at the moment. You can't write the Jets off, though, as they are one of the highest 3-point percentage shooting teams in the league.
Blake has by far played the most minutes out of anyone on court. Making it look easy, and he'll get a third attempt as well here. Just chipping away at that lead too. It's been the issue for the Hawks. They just get out to a great lead and then allow teams back into the game.
You just need that consistency throughout the game. And that could be the large minutes that the starters are playing. They need a little bit more from their bench. But when you have a veteran team like this, you kind of want them out there the whole time.
Kenny just giving Scott a little bit of a welcome into the game. And speaking about welcome, Arlie.
What a move by the big guy. That drop step, slam dunk, statement in your face. Gotta love it.
But that's just that physical height that they were missing, wasn't it, the Hawks? He's really adding something in his debut game into the league, Arlie.
And not only on the offensive side, but the defensive side as well.
Russ Batch steps back outside the arc for the three.
It drives me nuts that they don't fix the nets. It's happened in a few games that they just leave the nets up there. Ooh.
Well, Pippen the second did run into him there, but he's going to try and claim something here.
Oh, that's Blake again. Keep confusing
Oh
them.
my goodness.
Oh, did he cop it to the face? It's painful when you get an elbow like that. Great drive to the basket, though. Blake on 14 points so far.
Lead is only 4 now to the Hawks.
Another timeout. All right, DJ, can we have some music? We're gonna
And this brings an interesting question Justin Nelson said during the week is there such thing as home court advantage at the moment? Because we saw the Hawks lost 3 in a row at home. The Hawks got off to a good start here away. The Jets not so much.
Yeah.
Is it still a thing, Casey?
I don't know, because you've got teams like the Nuggets who are undefeated, so it doesn't really matter where they play. They're just such a strong unit. But like you said, the Jets are looking for their second win at home, as they won their first one. It's hard to say, though. It's kind of unheard of that you do better on the road than you do at home. That's a testament to the nature of this league. There's so many talented players. It's just, you just don't know who's going to be on top at the end of the game.
Now this is interesting, heading into this game for the Jets. Outside of them, the entire team, everyone else on the court, only averages 14 points or less combined.
Wow.
At the moment, they are the only people who have scored for the Jets. So Danny Pippen has 6 points, Javion Blake has 16, and Mustafa Heron has 10. No one else in that team has any points to their name.
And that's exactly why they were struggling in the first quarter, because the imports were struggling to score. And that's hard. You don't want to rely on your imports because that's a lot of weight to carry, but they also, the non-imports need to step up, knock down the shots when they get the opportunity.
Perhaps it's also that those three need to start looking for who is also free. As Ruspatch fires one out.
Great shot. Beautiful shot. Had 2 guys on him, still managed to knock it down.
That was a dime. Very nice from Ruspatch. Just pushing that lead out once more as Scott, the young 18-year-old. Pippen the second, looking for the hook shot, gets it.
It's hard not to rely on them when they can do plays like that. He had 2 guys on him, and a left baby hook finish. He's just such a talented player, Pippen.
Interesting to see if this foul goes against Ledger. Oh, Pippen. Look, by judging Ledger's face, I think it's gone against him.
Yeah, he was not happy. He was definitely not happy. He thought he was straight up. I believe he might have been in the charge circle. That's probably why they called it.
Harum Harris at the Terby stripe gets the first one. 3 from 3 from the line in this game. Commentators curse every time. Every time.
Every single time. We just need to not say anything.
Pressure being applied to Heron from Ngātai. He tries to go in the middle of Ngātai and Rusbatch sandwich and draws a foul as well.
Beautiful footwork there by Heron. Going to his right. Almost like a Euro step, and then he got that high finish. Couldn't knock it down, but beautiful drive. And you can see the Hawks, when that on-ball screen comes at the top of the key, they are doubling hard and putting a lot of pressure on those imports. But when they drop off, the imports are looking to drive to the hole. Great job, great recognition by Heron there.
Heron nothing but net from the TAB free throw line. We'll get another here. And makes it just look so easy. So refusing to go away at the moment. The property broker Jets. Just like points.
I like this full court pressure again. Trying to slow the Hawks down.
And again, that pressure coming off. And here comes Judd. Can he finish it? Yeah, bet he can.
Great finish. Great finish. It looked like the defender got a hand on it, but he managed to pull it in.
Pippin the second looking for the steal, didn't quite get it. And again, this pressure coming on defense. Scott and Judd both high. Almost going man on at the moment.
That was some pretty solid defense there by Scott. Not sure if that was a foul. Maybe he caught him up in the chest, but I really like that pressure that he's applying. That's exactly what they need to do. That's a tough call, but he was up pretty close, so.
Turbulence in the house, let's go.
I didn't see the little pre-match golf shot from Rusbatch there.
That
and he
is
just
true.
missed. So I think that was a good luck charm.
I wonder why he's neglected it now.
A little putt.
One of a
Get in
kind
the hole.
routine. Technical.
All right, let's see if we
Who's
can
the
get
technical
next
on? Who was
to the
chirping?
We'll start here because that's where I am. Ready, set, go!
Is it a
I
timeout?
almost kept spinning.
Was it?
Let's go!
Oh yeah, timeout. Sorry, I thought that was a technical.
A block in.
There's a bit of confusion because play had resumed. They said, actually, we've got a timeout. So the Manawatu Jets have done really well to bring themselves back into this game because the Hawks just started finding those connections. But I think what the Jets need to start doing is looking out to their other players and giving them opportunities to score, because at the moment what the Hawks are doing is they're swarming on those three players and defending them well, leaving the other two open, and they're not sinking them.
Exactly, you're exactly right. And looking at the three-point percentage right now, the Jets are 1 for 14 at 7%. The Hawks aren't much better, 2 for 8 for 25%. So, like you said, they need to give the other players an opportunity to knock some shots down. The Jets have been the most successful when they're driving into the lane and getting the finishes up close. But if that's not there, you've got to look for the kick out and try to get to their strength, which is the three-pointer at the moment.
It's the thing, right? When you're off, so you got to change it up. Just go into the paint.
Exactly. And if you don't make it, you might get a foul called, get to the TAB and try to get some freebies.
Pawhai Momosia to the court. Great handles by Heron. Couldn't quite get it to fall though. So Hiram Harris with another rebound. Who else?
Who else? He's always there.
Bit of footwork being shown here. Knocking the ball away was Pippin the second. Blake driving the ball up, kicks it out to Heron, decides to give it to Pippin the second. Only one successful three-point.
That's better ball movement, though.
3-point, should I say? 3-point. Plenty of successful free throws. It's like Hunt just rolled on his ankle there trying to reach for that ball.
Foot gave out a little bit.
Pass was on. As I said, yeah, foot just gave out. Just over a minute left before the half is up here in Palmerston North.
Judd is another player that they want to get hot from the three because he can knock it down. What a shot. Love his three-point shot. Usually it's from the corner where he's most successful, but Ira Lee making a statement back.
Well, Judd's 46% from the three-point line, which is 12th in the league. It's not too bad.
It's pretty good, especially when he's ready, he's set, and he gets that kick out. He's gonna knock it down.
That's his 13th three-pointer for the year. As we see Ira Lee just really strong as well every time he goes for the rim.
He's just manhandling the defense, using his size to his advantage, which is exactly what you want from the big guy.
45 seconds on the clock. It's 41-43.
He's not shy about it either. I love his enthusiasm.
Like I said, both teams have 4 points.
Someone's got to bring the team up. You always need one person to bring the energy. Everyone's got that in the team. And we've got a Sky City player timeout here. Pape Momoiset. And I'm really liking the interjection of the Sky City player timeout because, you know, we're a bit further on into the season now. People understand how it works. And so they're using it to their advantage. They're calling it at the right times. As you can see there as well on the corner of your screen, the Sky City player timeout. To get your tickets to the big game, 10,000 community group tickets are up for grabs. So if you scan that QR code, you can register your team, your local community group. Could be a Zumba class, could be a church group. And register for some free tickets.
Yeah, they need to advance that ball.
Well, I said they all knew the rules, but they're still starting to learn.
But hey, they
We're
use it
only
at
in
the
round
right
5.
time. Yeah, no, still all learning. But the players are learning how to use it well. Trying to set it up for some last-second shots.
Heron, put it up. Good rebound there from Lee.
That was a great move from Heron. He just couldn't execute it. Great ball fake when he got underneath. Got the defense off their feet. Just couldn't finish it.
Harris is going to soak up as much of the shot clock as he can. About 7 seconds different between game and shot clock. Hunt gives it to Kenny. Kenny looks, decides against it, tries to find Harris. Harris with the finish.
He's just always in the right spot at the right time.
Couple seconds left. Judd for the three. And he knocks it down. That's how you end a half.
What a shot by Judd. Right in the corner, his sweet spot. That's the guy you want to get hot. He can shoot the ball.
We called for it as well. We said they need to start looking outside of their 3 main imports. Look for who can assist. And, well, he made it a 1-point game. So we're going into the half here in Palmerston North where the Hawke's Bay Hawks have a 1-point lead over the Manawatu Jets. Don't go anywhere.
Manawatu TRC Toyota half-time challenge. Radio, whereas Palmy will be placing the top one at the end of the court. I can't see her. Where is she? Am I blind? Oh, there. Oh, nice to see you. Yes, please. Thank you. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to have each of you one on each side. You're going to take a ball each. What you're going to do is you're going to dribble the ball to the end of the court, grab yourself a Toyota shirt and pop it on. Then you're going to take the ball, dribble it back down. Nice, Kenny. Then you're going to take a shot. First one to get 3 shots will come through to the third quarter challenge. All right. shirt, dribble back, and first to get 3 shots. Understand? Yeah? Alrighty. Ready? Go! Alright, now let's cheer them on. Let's go! Woo! Cheer them on, cheer them on! Oh, they're running away. Go, go, go! So, first 1 to 3. 1 there to bend. 2 to bend. Let's go, Gunnar, let's go, let's go! Woo! 1 there to Jada. Ben, you need 1 more with that bend. You get 3. Nice, alright, let's give it up for Ben. Oh. Give it up for Ben. Nice, you can take the shirts off. I'm going to give you both for participating a Jets band and a Sal's pizza slice. They can be taken in to get a Sal's slice pizza. No worries, third quarter, leave me back. Alright, give it up for the boys, guys. Woo!
Welcome back to Palmerston North, where it is the Hawke's Bay Hawks, the Taylor Hawks leading 45 points to 44 over the Property Brokers Manawatu Jets. A 1-point game, but Kason Buckman at one point, the Hawks had a 14-point lead.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable start to the game for the Hawks, but an even better job by the Jets to force their way back into this game.
Oh, it's been absolutely outstanding. The crowd has been good as well, but let's take a look at the TAB stats.
Javion Blake is just absolutely putting his fingerprints all over this game.
Absolutely. At one stage, it was only Blake, Heron and Pippin that had registered any points onto the score sheet. And then Judd decided to wake up, and how good was he?
He was knocking down some threes when it mattered. But no surprise there, Pippin and Harris at the top of the rebounding board, as well as Pippin and Hunt distributing the ball well for the Hawks.
And the assists, they really tell a story, don't they? Because they're passing it around a whole lot more, the Hawks. The Jets are really relying on individuals, but you saw there a lot more names on that sheet for the Hawks because they're actually passing it to each other and they just seem a bit more connected. That's a good stat there too.
Great stat, especially for the Jets team. That's how they got back in this game. Forced the Hawks to turn the ball over a little bit more than usual, applying a full court pressure and then forcing the turnover on the defensive end.
I think one thing too that the Hawke's Bay Hawks are doing really good is rotating their players. Last week they had only six players play over 11 minutes, and now we've seen almost everyone onto the court for them. I think that's been really key for them as well. As we take a look at some of the antics happening in Palmerston North. Can you do that, Kason?
Absolutely not. I've always wanted to be able to do that, but my lower back is just so stiff. That is impressive.
Well, hopefully the basketball is as impressive as the kids are when we come back from the break. Don't go anywhere. An exciting second half coming up. It is the Hawke's Bay Hawks leading by 1 point here in Palmy. No more Hokima, welcome back to the Sal's NBL, and we have had a thrilling first half here in Palmerston North. Make sure you grab yourself a pizza to watch the rest of this game and also the next game coming up too, between the Sharks and the Saints. $25 large on a pizza using that code LAYUP. In case of what are we expecting from this next half? I'm expecting we could be going to overtime with the way this is going.
We could absolutely be going into overtime. Just depends if the Hawks can maintain the intensity they brought in the first half, as well as if the Jets get hot from the three-point line. You better watch out.
Great images there as well. Yeah, we had a moment's silence for Papalingi Joe Frost, sadly passed away earlier. It's great to see everyone up on their feet. And that also just makes me look extra hungry looking at those yummy fish and chips there.
The epitome of health, the Sal's NBL, pizza and fried goods.
I absolutely love the Manawatu supporters though, because I don't think at any other stadium I see as many people go hard on the green or any colour for that fact. Look, green hair over there, the kids.
There's got to be a station where they can dye their hair, because I've seen a lot of green hair.
Seen the green wigs, seen everything here.
Super fans.
Great to see such a good turnout here for the NBL. And they're being treated to a spectacle as well. I mean, 1 point in it in the half and a good comeback too.
Yeah, they had us a little bit worried in the first quarter. They were struggling to get the points on the board, but the imports came alive. And then Judd knocked down some huge threes at the end of the second quarter. Curious to see who's going to end up on top of this one. I'm excited.
Yeah, we saw an interesting stat earlier. 7 steals to the Jets as opposed to 1 for the Hawks. And it's about that pressure you were talking about on defense. They're really applying full court pressure, hassling the people bringing it down court.
Absolutely right. And that's exactly how they got back into this game, putting that pressure on defense. I mean, the Hawks are putting extreme amounts of pressure at the top of the key to the point guard that's receiving the on-ball screen. So I hope they keep that intensity up this second half.
And I hope the shots are as hot as those hot pink shoes we were just looking at beforehand. Loving it.
Great color.
And also, like, another important stat, thanks to the TAB, is turnovers. The Hawks have 12. And the Jets only have 6.
Jets are doing a really good job taking care of the ball. They struggled a bit in the first quarter, but going into the break at half, they did a much better job moving the ball around, finding the open players, and that's how they got back within 1.
The official stats partner of the Sal's NBL is the TAB. It's interesting that the Jets are the one with the good defense today, because the Hawks are usually known for their defense. 43% success shooting the opposition teams, which is the second lowest, so their defense is really good. But it's just the rebounding that they really struggle on. They're the worst rebounding team defensively in the team, in the league, should I say.
And they've got one of the best rebounders on their team, which says a lot.
All right, Palmy, second half. Let's make some noise for your property brokers, Jets.
We're talking about the homegrown talent as well that play for the Hawks. If you're the Tall Blacks coaches, you'd be licking your lips, because these guys are playing together already, you know, and so they're establishing those connections. Let's see if they can make the most of it.
Oh, what a play!
Talk about connection. Harris Hunt, what a beauty.
Great play to start the half. Gotta love those alley-oop passes.
Harris probably didn't get the height he wanted on it, but Hunt made it look good anyway, as Pippin finding some success deep.
If you're the Hawks, that's what you love to see. You do not want Pippin to get hot from 3.
Hunt couldn't quite find the basket there. Blake tries his luck from the 3-point line, knocks it down.
He is an absolute weapon in the full court. Exactly what you want in a point guard. He can distribute, he can drive, he can shoot, and he can beat anybody coast to coast.
I don't want him to find his radar, because once he does, it's game over for anyone. As Hunt fakes for the 3, kicks it out to Rusbatch from deep.
Unlucky. It looked good from this angle. Just a little bit wide.
What can the Jets do with this ball? Blake. Mustafa Heron. Pivoting around.
Good call by the ref there. But you saw that pressure that they put on Heron on the wing. They are doubling hard, but then recovering back even faster. Doing a great job on defense. Just gotta stay away from those ticky-tack fouls. It's a hard position to go for the steal when you're behind the offense.
Passing the ball between themselves at the moment. Pippin the second. Good defense coming in from Harris. But it doesn't matter.
Golly, that is so reminiscent of KD. He has that fadeaway shot nailed. Not sure if he called bank though, but we'll still count it.
Kenny to Harris. Rusbatch with the fake. Pops up for the jumper. As well.
I think it was on a pretty hard box out there by Judd. I mean, how else can you keep Harris off the board? Just knock him down. Hopefully he won't get the rebound. It's a tough assignment. Great job by Harris, though. He always sticks around in the play.
That's the thing, right? You always expect your #1 rebounders to be your guys who are 6'6" plus, you know, your real tall players.
Exactly.
Hiram Harris, 198 centimeters, which is tall in any respect, but when you look at the height out on court, and Harris is the one always popping up with the ball, you've got to give credit where credit's due. Rusbatch to Hunt, Kenny, to Harris. And again, open look at the 3, just bounces off the back of the rim.
It's a shot you want to take. He's wide open. You've got to go for it.
Blake again fires, pulls the trigger. Can't find his target once more. Mustafa Heron with the fake.
Both teams really struggling from behind the arc. Got to go to some old school basketball just like that. Drive in, find your players, moving in, cutting through the lane. Great job there by Pippin, and an excellent cut by Judd.
Couldn't quite get the end one, but he'll go with 2 at the TAB free throw line. Really like the look of Judd. He's been so good for these guys.
I thought you were talking about the mullet. The mullet and the stash. It is a great look, but you're right. He's such a solid player for them. He knocks the shot down when he needs. He's a tenacious defender as well.
I think he's loving the mullet comment. I wonder if that just helps you focus a bit more, you know? Short at the front, back at the back.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Well, the Manawatu team now have their biggest lead of the game, which is only 4 points, believe it or not. Good defense with the outside arm coming in from Blake. Kenny, he fired that ball back and then just swung it up.
The behind the back fake. That was a beautiful, beautiful fake and a great finish. That's what the Hawks need to do. They need to keep penetrating the lane. Pick their shots.
Rusbatch. Good pressure being applied to him. They're just going to slow things down now through Harris. Kenny, just with all his experience, decided to drive in. Some much needed points.
That's a really tough angle, especially when you've got the big rolling to the basket. It's quite hard to see. It's quite hard to catch. And you just let him a little too far. I don't mind the play, though. It was a great on-ball screen.
Blake, Heron. Oh, Judd was free, but he couldn't quite execute that pass. So Rusbach with the intercept.
That's what the Hawks are going to need to do on defense. Keep the pressure on and try to get them to turn the ball over so they can have some more opportunities on offense, but not do that. Ideally, you don't want to turn it over when you have the chance.
Yeah, the Kenny-Hunt combo at the moment just not really working. Ball goes out of bounds as well this time from the Jets.
A triad of turnovers from both teams. This might be a game of who can take care of the ball the best.
Well, it's a very low-scoring game too. Opening 5 minutes, so low, unable to find their targets.
That's a testament to the defense from both teams. Pressure on both sides.
Wide open 3 for Harris, and he can't connect either. They're firing the shots, but they're just not hitting the targets at the moment.
Wild pass by Javion Blake, but Ledger was there.
Pippen the second with the spin. It is like the ball is allergic to the rim at the moment because we are not getting many buckets.
What a Euro step.
Oh, Harris, how good.
Great coast-to-coast play.
The rest of the team took so long to come up. Oh, Ledger was waiting.
Legs are looking a little bit heavy for both teams at the moment. Both teams a little bit slow, getting back.
Unforced errors too. And there's high relief. Too easy.
Like you said earlier, he brings energy, not only on the offensive end, but on the defensive end. Coming off the bench. That's what you want from your import. Great pass, give and go. Beautiful basketball play. Tough finish. 2 defenders on him. Ledger not too happy with that foul call.
High relief on debut here today. He played 113 games for the University of Arizona and scored 444 points and got 363 rebounds.
That's huge.
There is some talent the Hawks have recruited. Blake step back onto the court too, and here comes Irely, the man of the moment.
Just trying to do a little bit too much with the ball there, trying to fake out Javion a little too much. He had a little quick defender on him, but unfortunate.
Sometimes when you just have such open space in front of you, you panic and you overthink it.
Yeah, exactly.
Herod, Blake, and we'll see it onto the court. Behind the back pass, again, just can't execute it. They've got so many open looks at the basket, and every time, shots just falling away.
Momosia is one of the players that's really great at distributing the ball and finding his open teammates.
3 seconds left on the shot clock, and here on the fly just puts up a floater.
Beautiful shot.
Defense call comes up from the crowd, and it's been good defense too from the Jets. Rokoa. Oh, he just threaded his way through that like a hot knife and butter.
Beautiful drive to the basket. And he's just as shifty as Javion Blake. He has that capability to get to the hoop. He also has the ability to shoot it from outside. So again, you just have to stay down and stay on him, and he takes that contact really well, drives to the hoop. Such a strong player.
Someone that comes off the bench averages 17 points a game.
You have to wonder if he prefers that. If he wants to come off the bench, so he doesn't have that pressure of starting. If he wants to give his fellow teammates the opportunity to start. But he brings the fire that they need from the bench. Coast to coast, what a take! With the right hand finish.
With the muscle flex as well towards the crowd.
And the threes aren't working for them, so that's exactly what they need to do. Keep driving, put the pressure on the defense, draw the fouls. And that's something that these 3 imports are really great at doing. It's not backing down from that contact. Beautiful finish. And if you're the Hawks, you've got to try to step out in front of them early, because when they get rolling, it's hard to stop them.
Heron capitalizes on the three-point play.
That's something the Jets have going for them right now. They've only missed one free throw. Shooting it in the high 90% range. If the threes aren't falling, that's exactly what you need to do.
I love what Natu Taufale's done as well. He's giving everyone a run at the moment. There's the Hawks. A lot of passing every time they're in here. Always looking for different options, creating space. As you said, really good read.
Great job by Pippen there to drive in. Again, draw the foul, try to get some freebies from the TAB. Again, they're so lethal in the full court. Once they get that ball and they're going, it's really hard to stop them. But that all started with the defense by the young guy. Recognized that high floating pass and he came in from behind and swiped it away.
Successful trip for Pippen the second at the moment at the TAB stripe. And again, kissed it.
You just need a You've given them their only 2 misses of the whole game from the free throw line.
Applying pressure here at the moment. The Jets, Rokawa. He's usually very accurate. Couldn't get there, but Irely. That's the brilliance of having someone so big under the hoop and someone strong who will fight for that rebound and get that second chance.
Exactly, that was a great job by him. Sticking with that play.
Tough pass for Heron to reel in, he does it. Not accurate though. Almost there with a great offensive rebound. It's getting difficult at the moment for the Jets to really get some success. Here goes Stent.
Almost banked that one in. They're getting the second chance opportunities. They just can't get that 3 ball to fall.
Rokawa drawing the foul once more.
He's super talented at that drive. He bobs and weaves through the defense and draws the contact. Just look at him. Boom, boom, boom. Great pass. He's got that Euro step down. He's trying to ignite this Hawks offense. The legs are looking a little bit heavy for some of the starters.
Just such great local talent as Irely decides, I'm going to have a go. From outside the paint, but not successful. Heron with the handles, kicks it out though. Pippen.
There he goes. Finally, he's so excited.
Throws his arms up for his first 3.
But that's he backs his shot so well. He's going to keep shooting until he makes one. I love that about Pippen. He's not going to hesitate. Offensive foul called.
Well, he's 1 from 8. There's Pippen. He's got there in the end.
Don't want him to get going.
Momoisea and Scott have had some really good minutes in this game as well. I really like them using the whole depth of their bench. Here's Heron with Natai. Gives it off to Pippen. Harris is giving a body check. Open look for Heron. Gives it back out to Pippen. He decides to drive this time. Avoids the arc and it falls.
And that's the basketball that we're used to seeing from the Jets. Doing the ball fake, getting the defense up, driving and distributing. Really well done on offense.
Harris loses the handles, dives on the ball. Momoisea picks up the scraps. Here we go, Mustafa Heron. Oh, couldn't get the roll, but he's got the whistle.
And he's telling Kenny that, yes, you definitely did foul. But great job on defense, like you said, creating these turnovers and breaking down the floor, using their strengths, driving to the hole, drawing the foul, getting to the TAB. Now you're not allowed to say anything until after the second shot. You don't want to jinx them again.
Oh, I almost stripped out and I did trip up. I almost chased it.
Timeout called by the Hawks here.
Right.
A really smart play. The Jets are on a run right now. They need to settle down, reset the defense, and do a little bit better job on offense. And that starts with Rokawa when he drives in and distributes the ball. They just got to get the shot in the hoop.
Don't forget Hoop Heads every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock with Justin Nelson, Andrew Mulligan and Casey Frank. Always exciting yarns on your Wednesday evening. And there's also basketball pretty much every night of the week, bar Monday, because Tuesday there's a highlight show, then you got games Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Season's in full swing.
Another one over here. There you go. Well done. Nice work.
Well, both teams are actually relatively even on rebounds. 29 for the Jets, 28 for the Hawks.
Back to your seats. Back to your seats. Oh, there's another little extra bit over here. Oh,
Points in the paint really coming from the Hawks, 40 of their 57. Good to see the mascot Benny out there interacting with the kids.
Who is it? Guy in the yellow shorts, which one? The little one?
Hawke's Bay won that first quarter 23-14, and then the Jets are on top in the second, 30 points to 22. And at the moment, the Jets have outscored 18 points to 12 in the third, make that 19.
The Hawks just need a spark on offense. They're doing well on defense, but just missing that spark at the moment.
I think the groundsman pulled the trigger too early on the horn too, because I think that put Heron off. Still got the ball in, but he hadn't released it yet and the big horn went.
Hit about every part of the rim before it bounced in.
Oh, just a really easy read there from Heron. Beautiful. How about that from Natai?
I like that though, he got up there. Great job by the big guy, but beautiful defense by Heron. I mean, he was just in the passing lane and he kind of passed it right into his hands.
Second too slow there for Natai.
Defense, come on.
See what he can do on attack. Harris, back to Natai. Kenny, beautiful bounce pass, threads it through. There's the connections we were asking for.
Beautiful. And they all know each other, they play together well, and it's just finding those easy baskets. You know, he found them underneath and then hit the cutter. It's a beautiful play. We need some more of that.
Scott, it opens up for him. Puts up the floater, couldn't get it. Pippin, of course, with the rebound. Definitely got the height advantage in there. And again, Scott's going to have another go. This time it goes down.
Great take by the young guy. I love the confidence to be ready to shoot that three-pointer again, but he gathered the ball after he fumbled it and took it in strong.
He brings a lot of energy to the court too. He's just so jumpy all the time, and he's throwing someone off. But Okawa, oh, that's a beautiful shot. Falling away.
Great shot. You said he brings energy, it's the youth. It's definitely the youth that he's got on all these other players.
Don't offend Jared Kenny like that.
I wasn't pinpointing him specifically.
Third quarter is up here in Palmerston North, and all of a sudden the Manawatu Jets have the lead by 7 points over the Hawke's Bay Hawks. Don't go anywhere because we have an exciting last quarter coming up.
You ready? Oh, hard luck, but you get to take away a GJ Gardner ball. Nice work, let's give it up for Ben.
Welcome back to the first game in a double-header of the Sal's NBL on your Sunday afternoon. And it's been a great game between the Jets and the Hawks. And after trailing the first quarter and at halftime, the Jets now find themselves with the lead heading into the fourth quarter by 7 points, 68-61. And Case and Bookman, it's been exciting, but the Hawks, they'll be pretty gutted. They had such a good lead with 14 points and then let them right back in.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to have to really dig deep and find the energy to try to out-hustle and outwit and outplay the Jets, who have got some momentum on their side at the moment.
Ngātu Tawhale there on screen. He's been really good at just rotating his team. Bringing in the youngsters like Scott, who's played really well. Moisea, Judd, Rafaele, plenty of guys coming off the bench. To get underway here in the fourth quarter. Place in the top 6 on the line here at the moment. Hawks sitting in 6th, the Jets in 7th. As Scott spins around, looks for his options. Pops it over Rusbatch. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. He has to fire it. Rusbatch now, he's got plenty of space, gives it off to Ngatai. Easy finish.
That's the speed and the intensity in which they need to play. Great job on defense. But you see, whenever the Pippen or Heron or Blake drive into the lane, it draws so much attention. And it's going to leave a lot of players open on the wing. And they did a great job finding Scott there with the pass right back to Pippen.
Yeah, it was just good one-on-one defense on Scott there, but you're right, they just need to find the other players because a lot of the time they're double teaming the likes of Pippen and Heron. Jets, Heron fakes the 3, steps back, puts it up. Rusbatch with the rebound, Rokawa. And setting up the screen, looking for the pick and roll, doesn't get it. Harris, Ngatai. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Ngatai kicks it out to Harris. Fires Rokawa in the corner. Flip that one away. They go fast up the court, and it's a foul as well. Couldn't get an and one, but Heron always is there to put it up.
Yeah, the Jets are so incredibly talented in the full court. When they get going, they're looking to go to the hoop every single time. Great job by Heron getting to the basket. Hawks did a great job on offense, moving the ball around. You could tell they weren't looking for the 3 because they know they're shooting a really low percentage at the moment and just having a hard time getting that ball in the hoop. But that's the guy you want to shoot at, Rokawa, because he's got a really nice 3-point ball.
The Hawks have only got 2 3-pointers in this match. Jets not too much better with 5.
It's crazy how much of a difference it makes in the score, because when the 3-point percentage is high, it's a much higher scoring game, but when it's low, it's really a battle of grit and determination. Who's going to be tougher in the paint, finishing, and then who can execute at the TAB.
Heron again accurate, as we can see. Head coach Everett Bartlett having a chat to his latest debutant, Arali. Pressure again being applied here. Rokawa pulls up for the jumper. Mid-range shot.
Hiram Harris just got in a really great position there. He was on the inside, put himself in a position to get that offensive rebound, but to also draw the foul from Pippen. Pippen, I think, tried to use his length to reach over the top, but Harris used his size and strength to push him out. Well done. And this is the rebounding battle we were looking forward to. The top 2 rebounders in the league.
Well, if you are a fan of Casey Frank's key matchups in his Casey's Corner, this is exactly what he said. His key matchup is Pippen and Harris.
Oh! I think he took a shot there, an unfortunate shot. Followed that ball in, just took it to the gonads. Take your time, fella. It's gotta be sore.
Not that we would know.
No, no idea.
We just guessing.
Oh, it was a chest. maybe just got winded on that one, fortunately for him.
Take a look at it here.
Great job crashing the board, though. That ball's just bouncing around the rim. They can't get that soft touch to finish the ball.
Blake. Close to the bounce.
Getting really physical in there. Ira Lee and Pippen.
Aaron dancing around. A bit of handles, couldn't get that in. Fires it back out to Pippen the second.
Oh! Just seems to be the theme today. In and out, bouncing around the rim.
Hiram Harris decides to drive. Couldn't quite connect with Ira Lee though, and get the ball back, and the turnover's still very high for the Hawks.
Yeah, he took a lot of contact there. It was a tough pass to make as you're falling backwards, but yeah, Ira Lee's not that tall, but Hawks need to try to find a way.
Well, 19 turnovers for the Hawks. It's 19 times you've gifted the ball back to the Jets. They're just lucky that the field goal percentage for the Jets has been pretty average this game. 38% to the Hawks, 50%.
I'd love to just give them away, but I can't. I've got rules.
It's going to be a dogfight to the end because both teams can't rely on the three-point ball. So it's going to be who can get in, get to the TAB.
Let's go, stand, flat. Stand, flat.
Heron drives himself. Again, just lining up that three-point, missing, but good follow-through coming in from Judd.
He's such a solid player, and he does the little 1% things that not a lot of players enjoy doing. He doesn't mind locking down on defense. He's always on the board on offense, and he got the reward there with the tip back.
It's been a real find for the Jets this season. Made his debut in round one, got 22 points against the Sharks. Plays with a lot of confidence. You know, usually when guys are on debut, they just ease themselves back into, into the competition. But Judd is not afraid to let the ball fire. And I think when you rock a mullet like that, you just act confident all the time.
Power in the mullet.
You look good, you feel good, you play good.
He's got a great mode to accompany it as well.
Natai gives it open to Hunt. Pops the ball back, and that's good into play from Hunt. And here comes Harris. Oh, messy stuff there from Heron.
Great ball movement by the Hawks, though. Got that ball in, hit the cutter. Right there. Ball fake, great job.
But also smart hesitation as well, and fake from Harris to draw that foul.
You've seen a lot of those today. The ball fake and the defender up in the air and then drawing the foul. Just a heads-up basketball play.
Why just go up and compete when you know you're going to get the foul every time?
Exactly. Harris try to bring their team back into single digits. We don't want this lead to stretch out too much.
We actually haven't had too many trips to the TAB free throw line either in this game. It's been a relatively tidy match. Harris cuts away at the Manawatu Jets' biggest lead, which was 10. Misses the second though. Almost got the ball back. Pippen couldn't reel it in. Good full court pressure being applied here though.
Again, another ticky-tack foul. He's reaching in, almost grabbing Pippen's jersey. I don't mind the contact, but it's just too much, especially in the open court. It's wide open. Everyone can see. Everyone can see that you're fouling. So let him get past half and then lock him down. There's no point fouling in the backcourt.
I think Harris was pointing to the clock because he was saying it took too long to bring it out. We're getting closer, using up all of that time, and then they gave away that foul.
But again, the scouting report is pressure on the imports because they generate a lot of the offense. I'm going to try to shut them down early.
Timeout has been called, so the biggest lead of the game was achieved in the last quarter for the Jets, 10 points, and they've chopped it back down now to 9, the Hawks.
They're doing pretty well considering they've turned the ball over 20 times. It's not ideal, but they've done well, and their defense is a big contributing factor to that.
The Jets just haven't really been accurate today. It just seems to be a little bit off. They're just not so connected as everyone else. Playing quite individualistic, but they're just lucky that some of those individuals are standing up.
Yeah. I mean, you expect that from them. They've been leading the league in points and rebounds, and they've just got such a strong forefront with that import trio. But again, like you said, they're really struggling from their strength, which is the three-point line, but they've managed to use their backup strength, which is driving to the hole, getting that finish and getting to the TAB. And again, they've got 14 points off a fast break. So they're doing a really good job using those turnovers to generate an easy basket on the offensive end.
I think every time both teams go to the rim with speed, they get some points away from it, and it just happens to be that the Manawatu Jets are the ones who are doing it more often. But every time anyone goes quickly, 9 times out of 10, they're actually scoring from it.
Yeah. And that's what you need to do when the three ball isn't falling.
So just under 7 minutes to go in the last quarter of this game. The deficit is 9. The Hawks at one point had a 14-point lead. Now the Jets up by 9.
Great advantage of Pippen. He's got that length, and he can just hold that ball outstretched above his head. And the defense just try to swipe at it, and you're just going to get elbows and biceps because he's so long. And hold that ball above everybody else.
Usually accurate at the TAB free throw line was Danny Pippen the second.
There's a lid on the rims today.
Gets it on the second chance. Here comes Rokawa. Again, just going to drive quickly, loses his footing. He's appealing for a foul, but it did look like he just tripped.
Yeah, he did a misstep, but he's doing a really good job getting in the paint. He's using his speed, he's using his agility. Just unfortunate misstep. Got off balance.
Such a nifty player as well, isn't he?
He really is.
Basketball's not all about height.
No, it's definitely not. And when you don't have the height, you have to find a way. And he has definitely found a way.
Herod kicks it open, letting it fly with Judd. Couldn't get there. Didn't follow through with the shot either, and allowed the smallest man on the court, Rokawa, to get the rebound.
I like that ball movement, though. That's Judd's sweet spot. You've got to find him there and move the ball around. Oh, what a take. Great finish by Rokawa. He didn't misstep that time.
Just has such a nice release as well. He puts the ball nice and high and allows it to drop. Take a look at it here. Just drives in, and then just that really nice high release. And like last week, you know, we watched him up against Gill, who's 7'2". There's no way he should be scoring on the top of him, and he was.
Years and years of practicing against guys that are taller than you. He's just honed those skills. He's made him an elite player. And he's coming off the bench for the Hawks. That's incredible. What an incredible lineup.
When you can afford to put Tall Blacks on the bench, you know you got a good team.
That almost looked like a double Euro to me. It looked like a travel, but I don't think the ref saw it. And he's smiling because he knows he definitely traveled. He got the foul call, though. He took about 7 steps.
Count them for us.
1, 2, 3. Yep, that's definitely a travel. Definitely a travel.
I love how expressive Hiram Harris is. He's always making it known what he thinks about the referee calls.
Super passionate. It brings a bit of excitement, especially when this Hawks team looks a little bit heavy-footed at the moment. Don't say anything.
been silent every time they're taking the shots now because I'm not jinxing it one more time.
The human jinx.
Rokawa, again, he just brings so much energy. And it's a bit of a pocket rocket is the best way I'd like to describe him.
I love that. That's going to be his nickname the rest of the season, Pocket Rocket. But he's bringing what the Hawks need at the moment. He's penetrating in the lane and finding the cutters.
Natai inbounds to Russ Badge. Rokawa. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Rokawa with the step, pulls up for the jumper. Hunt tried to get the roll in. Can execute. Blake finds Pippin.
Oh! Oh, it was a charge.
Correct call.
I thought maybe for a second they were going to call a reaching foul on Natai, but fortunately not. Way to stand there and take that hit. It's not always a great feeling when you get an elbow to the chest, but great job by Russ Batch to draw that foul.
Those shoulders be playing rugby. Rokawa trying to chip away at this lead, driving is Harris.
There we go.
And one.
Maybe this will be the spark that the Hawks need to try to bring this game a little bit closer. Great drive to the basket. And they've gotten drives to the basket, it's just not finishing those layups. But Harris did a great job here, putting that ball in the hoop.
Body on the line type of stuff, love to see it.
Especially with the game on the line like this. Try to continue their streak on the road. Make up for their losses at home.
Such an experienced campaigner. Has played 4 seasons in the ANBL and capitalizes on that extra point. And he's going to play another 2 now, just recently signing with the Wildcats, and he deserves that opportunity because he's such a great player.
Such a hard worker, both ends of the floor.
Passing the ball around a lot more now are the Jets, but it's 2 chances that Judd had in the corner, and usually he's on fire in those corners.
Just a testament to the lids that are on the rim today.
Well, Heron appealing against that. I've never seen anyone appeal and get it, the foul reversed.
Because we don't have that ability with replays and for the refs to go and try to analyze a replay, but we can see here there's a little bit of contact, but
Did look like a lot of ball to me though as well.
and they might have been calling that left hand because he had that left hand against his body, but the right hand was up, and I think he thought he got away with it, but
Well, he's just done the little putt move and it's gone in this time.
yeah, I think he learned from his mistake the first time. You gotta have that one-of-a-kind free throw routine.
Yeah, it's get in the hole, that's what it means. Get in the hole, get in the basket. So 5 points now, under 5 minutes to go.
Oh,
Blake is extending that lead once more. Out in the corner, Russ Batch fires a 3.
it was a great hustle by Judd. Not allowing that open 3. Contesting it well. I think he might have got a hand on it.
Yeah, he did, so the Hawks will inbound this one.
Yeah, I was hoping Russ Batch didn't shoot it that poorly.
And how good are the kids who just come and clean up the floor? Always voluntary.
Yeah, what a cool opportunity to to be around these super experienced players as well as the imports.
The best seat in the house.
Exactly.
Harris. Oh, good defense coming through there.
He should have taken that one up the first time. He definitely would have drawn the foul.
That hesitation.
Great job by the defense, though, to get there quick.
Huron tries to go on the outside of Natai. Draws a foul as well.
That's been their strength this game, is getting to the basket. We've said it until we're blue in the face, but that's what it's going to take when the three-point shots aren't falling. It's good defense by Natai, but I think he just gave him a little bit of a hip check in the end. And the refs caught it. That's exactly what you have to do, though. You have to have your hands straight up in the air. Can't be hacking on the ball. But if you get that little cheap hip check, they're definitely going to call it.
So hard not to do though, right? When someone's trying to get around you, you just don't want them to.
I know. Especially when you've got a guy like Heron driving at the basket. How do you shut him down? You've got to give him a little bit of a body. You've got to disguise it. Can't make it obvious.
First miss for Heron as well. He was 11 from 11. So they're going to try and go quickly here. Now tight. One-on-one with Judd. Tries to get around him. Coming through was Rusbach, and that's what they need. They just need people cutting through that key.
And these guys have that chemistry. They have that capability. They just have got to execute it.
Pippin getting in there, just disrupting.
He's everywhere. Even if he's not shooting as well as he'd like, he's still a contributing factor. Always has his hands on the ball.
Heron again, just left wide open. Can't get it to go down though, but that's a good rebound coming in for the Jets. They still can't execute on the second chance points as well.
If you're the Hawks, you're feeling pretty lucky right now because the Jets don't usually shoot this poorly from the field. They just can't find their shots from outside.
Ledger wasn't happy with the call against him. Take a look at this. Hiram Harris doing what he does so well, just driving.
Oh, it's that last bit, that last slap on top of the ball. You can't do that, unfortunately, especially right in front of the ref.
6 points. The Jets just unable to pull away from the Hawks, and again, equally, the Hawks not wanting to let the Jets get away here. Started off the season really well, the Hawks, with 2 wins from 2 on the road. Went home, lost all 3. First loss, though, was pretty contentious with that shot in the last 0.5 seconds. Don't know how he got away with that one. And then a triple overtime loss as well to the Rams. And then that loss against the Sharks when Jeremy Kendall just decided to go beast mode.
And they've been losses that are just, they're tough pills to swallow. When you grind it out for 3 overtimes, put so many minutes on your legs, you want to be the team that comes out on top. It's just unfortunate when you aren't.
It's the most frustrating thing for the Hawks is they've been playing so well. They've had moments of brilliance in every one of those losses. Shot clock getting well and truly eaten up here by Blake. And there was a foul as well.
A different kind of flex from Judd. Quite like that. You said it so well. The Hawks have shown moments of brilliance. It's just the consistency throughout the game. They start off so strong, and then they just have to find a way to maintain that pace. And whether that comes from the bench or from the starters, it's got to come from somewhere. And maybe with the import of Ira Lee, he can bring that spark that they're missing at the moment.
Probably hasn't had too many minutes, though, in this game, to be fair, though. You look at the way that the Jets heavily rely on those 3 on the court at the moment. Mossier gives it up to Blake. Blake driving. Bounces again off the back of the backboard.
He did a great job getting in there with his crafty little dribbling. He handles the ball so well.
Orokoa threw the foul. He kicked the ball out to Hunt. So Orokoa from the TAB stripe gets the first one. 4 points the difference now. Still plenty of time in this game as well. 2 minutes 55 is an age in basketball.
It is a very long time. Coming down the stretch, the Hawks need to finish the free throws, just like Orokoa is doing. Only shooting about 68% at the moment as a team. Orokoa improving that percentage with that second make.
Blake. Blake challenging Hunt, going up against him. So whistle here.
And a charge. Offensive foul called.
But this is big for the Hawks because they get down the court and they put up a 3 and the game's level.
You see the G.J. Gardner-Holmes replay. He might have extended his elbow a little bit, but I think the call could have gone either way. But fortunately for the Hawks, it went their way. Give them a chance to close this lead again.
Orokawa, he always just finds a gap. That's what we were talking about. You don't have to be the biggest person on the court. Sometimes being the smallest actually helps a lot.
And he's drawing a lot of attention from the defense, and it's allowing his teammates to get open for the pass. But fortunately for them, the Jets are fouling him, and he's getting to the TAB.
2 points here makes it a 1-point game. Quick maths.
God forbid it was any more than 5 points.
Knocks both of them down. Rokawa makes it look easy from the free throw line. So 1 point the difference here, 2.5 to play. In what's been an exciting game between two evenly matched sides. Both have had ebbs and flows in the game as well. Going in under the basket, great block there from Harris. Momoisea. Again, and then Pippen with the hook shot.
Oh, he got it in. Finished it with the contact. Great little baby hook there from Pippen. Making it when it counts.
Rokawa with all of his pace puts the ball up. It's a nice roll. Couldn't get it to fall, but gets the foul anyway.
And Rokawa is bringing that spark that the Hawks have been missing. He's just getting in there every single time. No hesitation. And finding himself at the TAB. It's exactly what the Hawks need. Every possession counts with 1:55 left to play. Both teams battling it out underneath.
It's difficult to call Rokawa a bench player when he gets so many minutes. You know, you look at Jared Kenny obviously starts at that point guard position, and Ngatai, Rusbatch, Hunt and Harris, but Rokawa and Kenny have had the same amount of minutes, you know, and it's a luxury to have two different point guards that just bring so many different attributes.
He nailed it on the head. He is quite an asset to have as a sixth man coming off the bench.
Don't forget, this is a double header as well. Still a big game to come in Invercargill, the Deep South, the Sharks and the Saints. That's on Sky Sport pop-up channel 2 if you're interested. And Heron was interested in a foul and he got one.
He definitely extended his leg though, I did see that. And
I thought so too.
Yeah, Hunt making his case. As I think he did take a shot that time, unfortunately. But it was a great drive by Heron. You see, oh, yeah, he got a knee.
He definitely got a knee there. Appealing for it too. Hunt needed to flop really to get that. He needed to flop.
I think he was standing on the charge circle, so that would have been a foul called on him either way. Heron had quite the gap getting into the lane. Defense didn't collapse as much as they have been this game.
Heron 2 from 2 of that trip to the free throw line.
I think the Jets have been 100% from the TAB since you stopped talking during their free throws.
A nervous Everett Bartlett walks up and down the line. Rokawa found Ngatai. Ngatai drives, and that's that pace that we need for the Hawks.
Great job by Ngatai getting to the hoop there, stepping up when his team needs him. Not putting all the pressure on Rokawa.
Absolutely, 1 point, the difference. Blake kicks it out to Pippen, who looks for the three. He knocks it down, standing up when it counts.
Pippen coming alive just when his team needs him. And that's that confidence in his shot. He's not backing down.
Oh, talk about clutch. Hunt says, don't worry, I can do that too.
And we knew this was going to happen. Teams are going to go toe for toe up until the end of the game.
Well, we're into the last minute now. It is anyone's game. Giving him room to move at the moment, are they? Pippen fires the three. Air ball.
I don't know if that's the shot you want to take right now. I know he was feeling it after that shot, but unfortunately the whole game, the three ball hasn't been falling. It's great for the Hawks. Give them a chance to take the lead back.
Don't hold your breath because we have a game here on our hands. Before the game even started, we said this game has every opportunity to go to overtime because they're so evenly matched. They sit 6th and 7th on the table. 44 seconds to go. It's a 1-point game. The Hawks have possession. What call are they going to do? What's the play?
I would really love to see that play that they started the second half with, the back screen and the alley-oop finish. That would be a beautiful play right now.
Yeah, I want to see a Dan Fotu alley-oop. Oh, that was so good.
That was such a
Bulls.
well-drawn-up play at a critical time in the game. The Bulls had an incredible comeback. But hats off to Jared Weeks for his 35-point performance. Unreal. Put a lot of minutes on his legs in that game.
The price of admission was well and truly worth it for everyone who showed up to Palmy Arena. 1 point the difference. And no doubt people would have travelled from the Hawke's Bay as well. It's always such a big rivalry between these two provinces. We're going to find out who has bragging rights shortly.
What's your call on this play? What do you think they're going to do?
It's a tough one. You got to find someone like Ngātai or that man right there. Roko up. Ngātai just stationary. He goes up, Roko. Oh, it doesn't fall. They get the second chance. Heron's the one that comes up with the ball.
It was a beautiful drive to the basket and a great job by none other than Hiram Harris to be there for the second chance opportunity. Just couldn't get it to fall. Lots of contact.
About 10 seconds of difference from shot clock and game clock. Open three. Can he knock it down? He does.
The Jets stepping up and knocking down the threes when it matters the most.
Pulled the trigger and came up clutch.
Heron letting everybody know he is that guy who's going to knock down a three when it matters most. Great find by Blake. He does such a great job getting into the lane, and he can do anything. He can take it up, but he can also find his teammates just as easily.
Timeout has been called as well, I think.
Wait, what's happened here? Why is Pippen shooting?
There's a bit of confusion on the court at the moment.
Might have been a foul before the three-pointer. I don't think the three-pointer counted.
Well, the goal has been extended. It's 5 points of difference now.
Player timeout called by the Hawks. Try to advance the ball up the court. Just kidding. Timeout called by the coach.
Once again, no door sales next weekend. So you need to jump online as soon as you can and grab yourself some tickets. No door sales. The stadium is a lot smaller, so the same disappointment turning up and there being no seats, which has happened many times over the last couple of seasons. There will be no door sales. Remember, there will be 15 minutes.
Hawks trailed now by 6.
From the guys.
They're pretty devastated considering they got off to such a good start and really stifled the flow of the Jets.
It's been a bit of the story for their season so far, coming out strong, gaining a commanding lead and then not being able to maintain it throughout the game. They're going to look to get a quick 3 here and then hopefully either foul quickly or try to get a steal for another quick 3. Only 9 seconds left in the game.
Last time they went to Rokawa and he's bowled over. And they'll get the foul too, so they will go to the line.
Jackson Stent just fell backwards when Rokawa set that screen on him. Great job by Rokawa taking that contact and falling to the floor, drawing the foul and finding himself at the TAB once again.
Well, this is going to help their case, isn't it? 2 easy points, you would say.
Yes, exactly. I think timeout called by the Jets here to try to freeze the free throw shooter. Smart timeout. But then again, they've got to control the ball and not turn it over with 9 seconds left. Get it across half. Hawks are going to look to get them to turn the ball over as quick as they can or get a quick foul.
6 points a difference, and it's not impossible, but very difficult with only 9 seconds to go in regulation time. Take a look at that GJ Gardner's replay. Just showed where the foul came from.
We've been in this situation many times, so anything still can happen.
Well, if he knocks down both of these free throws, they're within 4. 9 seconds left in the game. You don't want to write anybody off, but it's a challenge, to say the least.
So Dorone Rokawa will go to the line. TAB free throw line. He's 8 from 9 at the moment. 88% from the TAB stripe. Pressure is on here for Rokawa. Nails the first one.
Ice in his veins.
Needs to bank the second and then turn it over. Bounces off the rim, almost there with the rebound. They've got a foul.
Burned a lot of precious time there. Hunt didn't foul hard enough for the refs to make that call. Burned about 5 seconds off the clock.
It's less than a second to go. You can see Hunt, he was appealing because he felt like he had fouled. And so Rokawa had to bust about over to that other side. There's a foul. There'll be some very happy fans there, some bright neon green wigs. And then Hiram Harris calling for the Sky City player timeout because they'll advance.
That second free throw might be the nail in the coffin for this Hawks team. You just see it in the way they're carrying themselves. They just had it. They had a chance. Just couldn't execute in the long run.
The body language is quite telling, isn't it, for this Hawke's Bay team, because kind of feeling that second half they just weren't as energetic as they were in the first, and I don't think fitness is the thing. I think they just haven't felt like they've been on. The inbound through Hunt, he goes up. Easy layup for him. And they're just going to let time play out here. They're calling for everyone to get on their feet. Mustafa Heron, Stent as well. And look what it means to them. great win there. In the end, it was the Manawatu Jets leading 93 points to 88 over the Hawke's Bay Hawks after trailing by 14. A well-deserved win for the men in green. Thanks for joining us here on the Sal's NBL, and enjoy the next match between the Sharks and the Saints from Invercargill.
Thank you, Palmy.